What you're about to hear will completely shatter everything you think you know about space, science, and even the very nature of our universe. A discovery has been made, but this isn't just any ordinary discovery. What we're dealing with here is an object so mysterious, so mind-boggling, that even the brightest minds in the scientific community are scratching their heads. 3I ATLAS. It sounds like code, doesn't it? Some piece of secret government jargon, perhaps. But no, this is no code. It's the name of an object that has appeared in our solar system, and its very existence has left experts dumbfounded. Is it a comet? A rogue asteroid? Or something far more extraordinary? More importantly, could it be something designed rather than born from the natural chaos of the cosmos? Now, let me tell you why this matters. In the history of space exploration, we've never encountered something quite like this. For years, we've scoured the skies looking for answers, searching for the next breakthrough that will unravel the mysteries of the universe. But 3I Atlas could be the breakthrough we didn't expect. Something that will fundamentally change our understanding of what's out there. Imagine this, a massive object, traveling at unimaginable speeds on a trajectory that doesn't quite match any natural phenomenon we've catalogued before. And the most intriguing part, it's coming toward us, and its arrival date is far closer than anyone anticipated. But here's the real question. Is this truly an alien object? Or could it be something engineered with purpose, with intelligence, by forces far beyond our comprehension? And who's behind it? This isn't just another story about space rocks. This is something much, much bigger, something that challenges everything we've been taught to believe about the universe and the life that may inhabit it. You see, this object has been on the radar of only a handful of scientists until now. But the real shock is not just its existence, but the startling analysis that has recently surfaced. What are these experts afraid to reveal? Why is this discovery being kept under wraps? And what do they know about the object's true purpose? Buckle up. This journey will take you to the far reaches of the cosmos, and what we uncover will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about our place in the universe. So, what exactly is 3I Atlas? 3I Atlas is no ordinary object. It's an enigma wrapped in cosmic mystery. At first glance, it seems like just another interstellar body in the vast expanse of space. But when we look deeper, much deeper, things start to get strange. Very strange. Let's start with the basics: size, speed, and distance. 3I ATLAS is unlike any asteroid or comet we've tracked before. For one, its sheer size dwarfs anything we've previously encountered. We're talking about an object so large that it's impossible to ignore. Early calculations suggest it's several times larger than even the largest asteroids in our solar system. To put that in perspective, it could easily dwarf the size of some of our most massive moons. But what's even more astonishing is its speed. 3I Atlas is moving faster than any object we've previously tracked in our solar system, at speeds that break our conventional models of interstellar movement. It's traveling through space at a rate that simply shouldn't be possible for something of its size. But here's the real kicker: its trajectory. When you plot out its path, you realize something is off. This object isn't following the typical orbital paths of asteroids, comets, or even rogue planets. Its trajectory is so precise that it raises more questions than answers. In fact, when scientists first analyzed its path, they believed it could be a fluke, random anomaly. But the more data they collected, the more they began to suspect that something more was going on. Could it be that 3i Atlas was deliberately placed on this path, guided by some force beyond our understanding? Could it be that it's not merely drifting through space, but actually heading toward us with intent? At this point, the scientific community is divided. Some claim it's just another natural object, a strange comet or asteroid that somehow got caught in the gravitational pull of our solar system. But others believe that 3i Atlas is no ordinary celestial body. Some even suggest that it could be a spacecraft or something even more advanced that was sent toward Earth with a purpose. But what is that purpose? That's the question that no one has been able to answer. Yet, as if the mystery of 3i Atlas wasn't enough, there's an even darker twist to this story. Leaked analyses from the most top-secret corners of the scientific community have surfaced. Analyses that suggest that 3i Atlas might not be what it seems. What was once thought to be a random, unimportant object has turned into a story of secrecy, speculation, and fear. The leaked analysis contains cryptic data that hints at something far more complex. But the most puzzling part, it's not just the object itself, but what is attached to it. Rumors have begun to swirl about the object's true origin. Was it sent by some unknown intelligence? Or is it simply a natural anomaly that has somehow managed to defy every law of physics and astronomy we know? The scientific community is reeling. Some experts are scrambling to dismiss these leaked reports, labeling them as false or exaggerated. But others are beginning to come forward, quietly agreeing with the conclusions presented in the analysis. And as they do, they're uncovering something far more sinister than anyone could have predicted. What does the data show that has them so rattled? Is 3i Atlas truly an object from deep space? Or could it be something far more intentional message, a signal or a warning from an intelligence we can't yet comprehend? The more you dig, the stranger it gets. The data doesn't match anything we've seen before. The object's behavior is unlike any known phenomenon in the cosmos. And, perhaps most telling of all, it's approaching us fast. But there's something else, something more unsettling hidden in the analysis. The object's trajectory, its size, its speed, they all point to a singular, terrifying conclusion. 3.1 ATLAS is not just passing through our solar system. It's coming closer, and it's coming for a reason. Now, here's where it gets even more intriguing. According to the leaked analysis, there's a specific date that keeps popping up: October 29th. Why this date? Why does it seem so critical? Could it be when 3i Atlas reaches a point in its trajectory that will reveal its true purpose? Could something catastrophic happen on this date? Or, perhaps, could this be the moment when humanity will finally receive a message, a sign that the mysteries of the cosmos are far closer than we ever imagined? What will unfold on October 29th remains a closely guarded secret, but it's clear that something big is on the horizon. The countdown has begun. Whatever happens, one thing is for certain: the world will be watching. And the answers we've been searching for may be just around the corner. In recent months, the scientific community has been shaken by the unexpected release of a highly confidential document, one that details an analysis of the mysterious object, 3i Atlas. It wasn't supposed to see the light of day. In fact, many had assumed that the object was just another curiosity, a celestial body that would eventually fade into the background of space research. But then came the leak. The leak itself raised more questions than it answered. Who released it, and why? Avi Loeb, a prominent Harvard astrophysicist, was among the first to comment on the leaked analysis. known for his bold ideas and willingness to challenge the status quo. Loeb has often been a voice of dissent in the scientific community. He's the same scientist who made headlines with his theory about Oumuamua, an interstellar object that passed through our solar system in 2017, suggesting it could be alien in origin. His willingness to embrace the idea of extraterrestrial technology has made him both admired and criticized. Loeb's involvement with the leaked document only deepened the mystery. The document wasn't just a collection of data about the object's size and trajectory. It also included theories about its origins, its purpose, and its potential implications for humanity. In a world where many scientists are reluctant to even entertain the idea of extraterrestrial intelligence, Loeb has become a symbol of defiance against conventional thinking. His response to the leak was as bold as expected. He suggested that 3I Atlas might be the first undeniable piece of evidence of extraterrestrial technology, mothership, sent from distant stars. But why would someone release such a document? Was it a whistleblower trying to warn the world? Or was it an insider pushing an agenda? Either way, the document has captivated the imagination of the public, reigniting debates on the existence of intelligent life beyond Earth. And R.V. Loeb's involvement has placed him squarely at the center of these conversations. This leaked document is not just a simple scientific analysis. It's a roadmap, a puzzle that could unlock the greatest mystery of all. Are we alone in the universe? And if we aren't, what does that mean for the future of humanity? The leaked analysis, once thought to be a simple collection of astronomical data, reveals far more than meets the eye. This is not just a summary of the object's size, speed, and trajectory. It's a comprehensive dissection of everything scientists have learned about 3I Atlas since it first appeared on their radar. First, let's examine the basics. The size. 3I Atlas is massive. Early estimates suggest that it is much larger than any typical comet or asteroid, with some calculations indicating a size roughly comparable to a small moon. This is already a point of intrigue. Objects of this size don't just float through our solar system without causing a stir. And yet 3I Atlas has not displayed the chaotic, unpredictable behavior we would expect from a typical asteroid or comet. Now, consider the object's speed. 3I Atlas is traveling at speeds that defy conventional understanding. In space, speed and distance are intimately connected, and nothing in the cosmos moves without reason. What's peculiar about 3I Atlas is not just its velocity, but the precision with which it is traveling. Calculations show that it is moving on a trajectory that's almost too perfect, too deliberate. This isn't the erratic path we would expect from a rogue object hurled through space. This is an object that seems to know exactly where it's going. The real puzzle, however, lies in the trajectory itself. Traditional models of interstellar objects suggest that anything entering our solar system would follow a predictable, parabolic path. But 3I Atlas does not conform to this model. Its path is unlike anything scientists have ever observed. It's as if the object is actively avoiding gravitational influences from the sun and other celestial bodies, charting a course that appears to be designed rather than random. Could this be an anomaly? A strange celestial object that somehow defies the laws of physics? Or is it something more? The evidence points toward the latter. The more the analysis digs into the data, the more anomalies appear. The object's speed and trajectory are not the only strange aspects. Early electromagnetic scans have detected faint signals emanating from 3IATLAS. These signals, though weak, are unlike anything we've seen from natural cosmic objects. It's almost as if the object is sending a signal, one that could be intentional, but these are just the surface-level findings. The deeper we go into the document, the more troubling questions arise. If the object is traveling at this speed and following this path, could it be possible that 3IATLAS is not a natural object at all, but something much more complex, something engineered? Could it be a vessel of some kind, sent to Earth with a purpose? The evidence is beginning to suggest that we are dealing with something far more significant than just another asteroid. Enter Avi Loeb, one of the most controversial figures in modern astrophysics. Loeb has never been one to shy away from bold ideas, and his theory about 3I Atlas is no exception. According to Loeb, 3I Atlas is not just an ordinary object. It's a piece of extraterrestrial technology, mothership, sent from a distant star system. Loeb's theory begins with a simple premise. The behavior of 3I Atlas is too precise, too calculated to be natural. He argues that the object's speed, trajectory, and even its electromagnetic emissions suggest that it is not a random space rock, but something far more intelligent. One of the most compelling aspects of Loeb's theory is his argument that 3I ATLAS is a mothership, a large object designed to carry smaller spacecraft or probes to Earth. Loeb suggests that the object could be a vessel sent to explore our planet, with the smaller probes acting as scouts to gather information about us. This concept isn't entirely new. It's been proposed in science fiction for decades. But Loeb's scientific background gives this theory a level of credibility that others have yet to match. Loeb's arguments are based on hard data, the trajectory of 3I Atlas, its size, its speed, and the electromagnetic signals it's emitting. Together, these factors point to one conclusion. 3IATLAS is not just a random object from space. It's a carefully designed artifact from another civilization, sent to observe or interact with humanity. But not everyone agrees with Loeb. Critics argue that his theory is based on speculative assumptions and that there are far more plausible explanations for the data. Some suggest that 3I Atlas could be a natural object, perhaps a comet or asteroid that simply happens to behave in unusual ways. Others argue that the electromagnetic signals could be a fluke, the result of a natural cosmic phenomenon we don't yet understand. Despite the skepticism, Loeb remains confident in his theory. He argues that the evidence is too compelling to ignore. The precision with which 3IATLAS is traveling, the signals it's emitting, and the strange anomalies in its trajectory all point toward one thing. It's not just a space rock. It's something far more advanced. As Avi Loeb's theory gains traction, so does the controversy surrounding it. For years, the scientific community has rejected the notion of extraterrestrial intelligence, dismissing it as a fringe idea with no basis in reality. But Loeb's theory about 3I Atlas forces the scientific world to confront a possibility it has long avoided, that humanity might not be alone in the universe. The tension is building. If Loeb's theory is true, it could change everything we know about science, history, and our place in the cosmos. But if it's wrong, it could set back the search for extraterrestrial life by decades, leaving scientists reluctant to explore such ideas in the future. The implications of Loeb's theory are profound. If 3I Atlas is truly a spacecraft sent by an advanced alien civilization, it would mark the first time that humanity has made contact with another intelligent species. But the questions don't stop there. What is the purpose of this contact? Why has 3I Atlas chosen to approach Earth? And what will happen when it arrives? These questions remain unanswered, but the tension is palpable. The scientific community is divided, with some embracing Loeb's theory and others dismissing it outright. What happens next could determine the future of human understanding, both of our own planet and of the universe at large. As the world waits for answers, one thing is certain: the stakes have never been higher. And with October 29th approaching, it's only a matter of time before we find out what 3I Atlas truly represents. When scientists first analyzed the trajectory of 3I Atlas, they were immediately struck by its statistical improbability. Typically, objects that enter our solar system follow a parabolic or hyperbolic orbit, determined by the gravitational pull of our Sun. This is standard behavior for comets, asteroids, and other celestial bodies. However, 3I Atlas defies this typical pattern in a manner that can't be ignored. The trajectory of 3I Atlas is far too precise and calculated to be a product of random gravitational forces. What makes this even more unusual is that its path intersects the inner part of our solar system at a very specific angle, which is almost impossible to achieve by chance. It's as if the object has been deliberately set on this course, as though someone or something has engineered its arrival. In addition to this unusual precision, planetary alignments along its trajectory add to the oddity. The object passed through the plane of the solar system at a near-perfect angle, aligning with several major planetary bodies, including Earth. This type of alignment, where an object travels through the solar system in a direct line toward a specific location, is something we rarely observe in nature. Statistically, the odds of this occurring by chance are astronomically almost on the order of 1 in 20,000. These factors make it hard to attribute 3I Atlas's path to anything other than deliberate design. The combination of its near-perfect trajectory, precise planetary alignments, and high improbability forces scientists to ask, could this be a case of advanced intelligence at play? Another anomaly that sets 3I Atlas apart from typical cosmic objects is its behavior. While comets and asteroids usually exhibit erratic movements and varying brightness due to the solar radiation they encounter, 3I Atlas has demonstrated some decidedly unusual characteristics. One of the most notable features is its consistent brightness. Comets typically change in brightness as they approach the Sun due to the way their ice and dust interact with solar radiation. But 3I Atlas has maintained an unusually steady level of luminosity. Too steady for something that should be a random space rock. In fact, the object's brightness appears to be enhanced, almost as if it's reflecting light in an unnatural manner. This could be indicative of a reflective surface, something that would be expected from a craft, but not from a natural object. Equally puzzling is its speed. At a glance, its velocity seems to be consistent with other objects in space. However, when scientists factor in the forces acting on it, they see something strange. 3I Atlas isn't slowing down the way it should. Typically, a body passing through the inner solar system would gradually lose velocity due to the Sun's gravitational pull. Yet 3I Atlas has shown no significant deceleration. and its speed remains far higher than expected. This behavior is far from typical. Natural objects don't behave this way. The brightness, the speed, and the unnatural steadiness of both, combined with its perfect trajectory, are all data points that suggest we might be dealing with something engineered, something that doesn't conform to the rules of the cosmos as we know them, AV. Loeb's interpretation of these anomalies is grounded in hard calculations and statistical reasoning, which only adds weight to his theory that 3I Atlas could be an engineered object. Loeb's analysis of the trajectory data leads him to conclude that the likelihood of such a precise path occurring by chance is astronomically low. Using advanced mathematical modeling, he calculated that the probability of a natural object following such an exact linear course was about 1 in 20,000. Moreover, Loeb applied similar reasoning to the object's speed and brightness. He argues that the consistency of these factors suggests the object is under control, maintaining its velocity and reflecting light in a way that natural objects don't. The odds of these behaviors aligning in a purely natural context are so low that they further point to the possibility of intelligent design behind 3I Atlas. These probabilities aren't just abstract numbers. They form the foundation of Loeb's argument. Given the statistical improbability of these behaviors, Loeb argues that the object can't simply be a cosmic anomaly. Its characteristics, when viewed together, strongly suggest that 3I Atlas might be a deliberately constructed, intelligent artifact rather than a natural object. As the evidence surrounding 3I Atlas continues to grow, so does public interest, while the scientific community remains divided. The general public has been captivated by the implications of the object's mysterious behavior. Social media platforms are flooded with debates, theories, and questions. Could this be the first proof of extraterrestrial technology? If the object is indeed a spacecraft, what does that mean for humanity's understanding of the universe? People are not just speculating, they're engaged, and their curiosity is driving discussions worldwide. News outlets, documentaries, and online forums are buzzing with the possibility that 3I Atlas could fundamentally change the way we view space and our place in it. The growing public fascination with the object suggests that whether the scientific community is ready or not, humanity may be on the brink of a discovery that will alter history forever. The date, October 29th, has been identified as a crucial moment in the unfolding mystery of 3I Atlas, the interstellar object that has taken the scientific world by storm. While the specifics of what will transpire on this day remain cloaked in secrecy, the event surrounding October 29th seems to be pivotal. Why is this date so significant, and why does it keep coming up in relation to 3I Atlas? To understand its importance, we must first take a deeper look at the celestial mechanics and the mysterious nature of 3I Atlas itself. For one, October 29th marks a key point in the object's trajectory. By this date, 3I Atlas will have reached a critical point in its orbit that could reveal new aspects of its behavior. Up until now, the object has been traveling along an unusually precise path, with calculations suggesting that this date could coincide with a significant maneuver, one that may not be entirely natural in origin, in terms of astronomical phenomena. October 29th also coincides with a significant alignment of planets and gravitational forces. These forces could influence the object's trajectory and cause it to perform what some scientists suspect is a controlled course adjustment. the object has already shown signs of deviation from what we would expect of a natural interstellar body. And October 29th could be the moment when these anomalies become undeniable. What makes this date even more intriguing is the nature of the leaked documents. According to insiders and Avi Loeb's analysis, this particular moment is the culmination of what has been a long and deliberate journey for 3I-ATLAS. The gravitational influences of the Sun and planets could be utilized for a reverse solar oath maneuver, a concept that Loeb has speculated could be used to adjust the object's course in ways we have yet to fully understand. This maneuver could be the key to unlocking the truth behind 3-1 Atlas. Is it an anomaly from space? Or is it the deliberate act of an intelligence far beyond our own? October 29th could bring us one step closer to answering that question, and with it, the possibility of revealing something far more profound than anyone anticipated. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 3I Atlas anomaly is the idea of the reverse solar oath maneuver, a theory put forth by Avi Loeb to explain how the object's path might have been engineered. At its core, the maneuver involves using the gravitational pull of the Sun to adjust the object's trajectory, a process that, though theoretically possible, challenges everything we know about the laws of physics. Before diving into the scientific reasoning behind the reverse solar oath maneuver, let's break down the fundamentals of gravitational assists, a technique already used in space exploration. Gravitational assists, also known as gravity slingshots, occur when a spacecraft uses the gravity of a planet or star to increase its velocity, altering its course without the need for additional fuel. We've seen this in action with numerous space missions, where spacecraft use planetary gravity to alter their trajectory and reach distant locations in the solar system. However, the reverse solar oath maneuver proposed by Loeb takes this concept one step further. Rather than using the Sun's gravity to accelerate the object, Loeb theorizes that the object could be using the Sun's gravitational field to slow down or change its direction, effectively steering itself through space. This concept is highly speculative and requires a perfect alignment of several factors, including the mass and speed of the object, its composition, and the exact position of the Sun in relation to the object's trajectory. The reason this maneuver is so significant is that it would imply a level of control over the object that no natural celestial body should possess. If 3I-ATLAS is using this maneuver, it would suggest that it is not simply a rogue comet or asteroid, but rather a piece of technology or something with deliberate guidance. Loeb's hypothesis is grounded in advanced physics, particularly in the realm of gravitational dynamics. The object would need to interact with the Sun's gravitational field in such a way that it alters its course with pinpoint precision. While this could be achieved through a gravitational assist, it's the reversal of typical gravitational effects that make this maneuver so mind-boggling. Loeb has suggested that the object's sleek, consistent movement, coupled with its reflective surface and speed, hints at the possibility of this type of engineered maneuver. But the real question remains: how could an object from another star system have the means to use such a maneuver? The implications are staggering. If 3I-ATLAS is indeed using a reverse solar oath maneuver, it could suggest that the object is a probe or a mothership sent to explore our solar system. But is it merely a piece of advanced technology, or is it a deliberate communication attempt? If the reverse solar oath maneuver succeeds, and 3I Atlas changes its course, as predicted, the implications for humanity could be staggering. For one, It would confirm that the object is not merely a random space rock, but something with a purpose, a direction, and possibly intelligence behind it. If the maneuver is successful, we would be forced to confront the possibility that we are not alone in the universe. Imagine the global consequences of such an event. If 3IATLAS indeed performs a precise gravitational maneuver and alters its course as expected, it would suggest an intelligence capable of manipulating interstellar objects with an advanced understanding of gravitational physics. This would challenge our understanding of technology, physics, and possibly life itself. It would imply that some civilization, somewhere in the cosmos, has mastered the art of space travel and manipulation in ways we cannot yet comprehend. But the success of this maneuver would raise even more questions. Why now? Why has this object chosen to reveal itself at this particular moment in human history? And, most significantly, what is its end goal? Is this an attempt to communicate with Earth, to study our planet, or even to make contact with us? The consequences of this maneuver succeeding would extend far beyond the realm of science. It would have profound implications on geopolitics, religion, and the very way humanity views its place in the universe. At the same time, there is another possibility that the maneuver could fail, or that the object is simply a natural anomaly. If the maneuver does not succeed, and 3IATLAS continues on its predictable path without altering its trajectory, then the object may remain a cosmic mystery, strange and unexplained, phenomenon that challenges our scientific understanding, but one that ultimately poses no immediate threat. The stakes surrounding 3IATLAS are not just scientific, they are global. If 3IATLAS is indeed the product of an alien intelligence, the ramifications for humanity's future would be immense. From scientific collaboration to geopolitical tensions, this discovery could reshape the global landscape. Science would be forever altered. The discovery of intelligent life beyond Earth would mark the dawn of a new era in human understanding. Questions about the origins of life, the nature of the universe, and the future of space exploration would dominate scientific discourse for generations to come. The very fabric of our understanding of biology, physics, and the cosmos would unravel, and new paradigms would emerge. Geopolitics could also be appended. Nations across the world would likely scramble to stake their claim in understanding and controlling the phenomenon. Space agencies like NASA, the European Space Agency, and private entities such as SpaceX would face intense pressure to collaborate, or, conversely, compete for resources and information. The global community would be forced to deal with the new reality that humanity might no longer be the only intelligent species in the universe. Finally, public perception would be forever changed. A discovery like this would spark debates about religion, philosophy, and the very nature of existence. People around the world would question their place in the universe, and some would even wonder whether humanity's previous concepts of divinity, creation, and our significance in the cosmos were wrong. The discovery of intelligent life would force us to reconsider not only our scientific theories, but also our cultural beliefs, and our place in the greater galactic order. This event could change everything. It could mark the beginning of a new chapter in human history, one where we are no longer the center of the universe, but one small part of a much greater cosmic puzzle. The release of R.V. Loeb's theory regarding 3I Atlas, along with his speculative claims about the object possibly being an alien mothership, has caused a ripple in the scientific community that has turned into a full-scale wave of both support and skepticism. The response to Loeb's bold stance has been anything but neutral, dividing the scientific world into two distinct camps: those who support the notion of extraterrestrial intelligence and those who view the idea as dangerously speculative. Loeb, known for his previous controversial theory regarding the interstellar object, has long argued that some unexplained phenomena in space might be artificial in origin. He has proposed that Al-Mumur could have been a probe sent by an extraterrestrial civilization. Now, with the emergence of 3I, ATLAS, Loeb is doubling down on this view, suggesting that the object's behavior is too peculiar to be naturally occurring. His hypothesis, though intriguing to many, has attracted a considerable amount of criticism. The supporters, a faction of the scientific community, though smaller, has rallied behind Loeb's ideas. These supporters argue that the data surrounding 3I-ATLAS is simply too unusual to ignore, and the scientific community must be open to the possibility that we are not alone in the universe. Many astronomers who have long been frustrated by the reluctance to entertain extraterrestrial hypotheses find Loeb's theory refreshing. For them, the willingness to challenge long-standing scientific assumptions is a breath of fresh air. Loeb's proponents point to the object's near-perfect trajectory, its steady brightness, and its unexplained speed as clear indicators that 3I Atlas might not be a natural object, but rather a vehicle or a probe intentionally sent to observe our solar system. In this context, the discovery of 3I Atlas presents an unprecedented opportunity to search for proof of intelligent life elsewhere in the universe. These scientists are urging their peers to embrace the unknown rather than dismiss it outright. The skeptics, on the other hand, the skepticism surrounding Loeb's theory cannot be understated. The overwhelming majority of the scientific community remains unconvinced that 3I-ATLAS is anything more than a natural phenomenon. Critics argue that the peculiarities of the object could be explained by known physical principles, such as gravitational assists or even an unknown interaction between the object and the Sun's gravitational field. For many scientists, the leap to conclude that 3I-ATLAS is an alien probe is simply too large. They caution that the data available is still inconclusive and that more rigorous, systematic observation is needed before jumping to conclusions. Some have pointed out that Loeb's previous theories about Al-Mumur, which suggested that the object could have been a solar sail or an alien artifact, were similarly speculative and lacked empirical evidence. Beyond technical arguments, there's an undercurrent of professional concern. Loeb's critics argue that his high-profile public stance could damage the credibility of the scientific community. In their eyes, pushing extraterrestrial theories without solid proof could lead to ridicule, overshadowing more grounded scientific inquiry. The tension between the two camps is palpable as Loeb's theories continue to gain traction among some researchers while remaining dismissed by others as fringe science, the middle ground. There is also a growing faction of scientists who advocate for a more cautious, middle ground approach. While they are not fully sold on Loeb's theory of 3I Atlas being an alien artifact, they acknowledge the object's unusual characteristics and agree that further investigation is warranted. These scientists stress the importance of continuing to collect data and refine our understanding of 3I Atlas without jumping to conclusions. Prematurely, many in this camp argue that the scientific community should remain open to all possibilities. even the idea that 3i Atlas might be an artificial object. The key, they assert, is to continue gathering evidence and testing hypotheses without becoming bogged down by skepticism or sensationalism. By doing so, we may be able to uncover the truth behind the object. Whatever it may be, as theories about 3i Atlas gain momentum, the question arises: has information regarding such phenomena ever been suppressed before? Throughout history, there have been several instances where scientists and researchers have claimed that their findings were suppressed, either by governments, agencies, or powerful corporations, to prevent public panic or protect institutional interests. The concept of suppressed research is far from new, and it has often been tied to topics that challenge conventional paradigms, especially those involving extraterrestrial intelligence. Historical examples of suppression. One of the most famous cases of suppressed scientific findings involves the astronomer Dr. Harold Puthoff and his work on UFOs, and the US government's involvement in UFO research. For years, Dr. Puthoff and other researchers involved in the AATIP program, Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, claimed that critical findings were intentionally hidden from the public eye. The evidence, they argue, was too extraordinary and might incite panic or challenge prevailing theories about extraterrestrial life. Similarly, many scientists have argued that the full implications of anomalous celestial objects, such as Oumuamua and 3i Atlas, have been deliberately downplayed by government bodies, especially when the data hints at extraterrestrial origins. Leaked documents and interviews with former NASA employees suggest that certain findings regarding unexplained cosmic phenomena were deliberately withheld from the public to maintain control over the narrative. The impact on scientists' careers. The most concerning aspect of these alleged cover-ups is the impact they have had on scientists' careers. Some researchers, particularly those working with extraterrestrial-related phenomena, have reported being ostracized or even blacklisted after publishing their findings. Dr. Puthoff, for example, claims that his reputation was heavily damaged due to his work on UFOs and advanced physics, with many colleagues openly distancing themselves from his theories. In the case of 3i Atlas, we are beginning to hear rumblings from within the scientific community that certain findings are being suppressed, either by government agencies or major space organizations. Some insiders have hinted that data showing an artificial nature to 3i Atlas has been intentionally buried or hidden under a veil of secrecy to avoid disrupting public understanding or triggering a global crisis. Whether these claims are true or not remains to be seen, but the idea that critical data might be held back adds another layer of mystery to the story. The notion of cover-ups within the scientific community is not unfamiliar, especially when dealing with discoveries that challenge the very foundations of human understanding. Some researchers argue that the extraordinary nature of 3i Atlas could very well be the catalyst for a large-scale suppression of information. One possibility is that government agencies, particularly those involved in space exploration, are deliberately withholding certain data about the object. Given the immense geopolitical stakes involved in the discovery of extraterrestrial life or technology, there could be strategic reasons for keeping such findings hidden. It could be that the knowledge of an alien presence, whether in the form of an object like 3.1 ATLAS, or through another method, would have profound implications for international relations, religion, and national security. Another reason for potential suppression could be the disruption of global stability. Imagine the social upheaval that might occur if the public were suddenly told that an alien mothership had entered our solar system. Governments might fear the panic, speculation, and societal collapse that could accompany such an announcement, which would explain why certain findings might be suppressed to avoid chaos. But why would such information remain under wraps for so long? And why would some whistleblowers risk everything to release confidential data if it could cost them their careers? These questions linger, pointing to a deeper, more complex narrative about the relationship between science, government, and the public. That the rise of social media has had a profound impact on how the public engages with phenomena like 3I ATLAS in the past. Such discoveries would have been confined to academic journals or news outlets. But now, with platforms like Twitter, Reddit, and YouTube, the conversation surrounding 3I Atlas has exploded online, fueling wild speculation and conspiracy theories. Social media has become a breeding ground for ideas that would otherwise be marginalized or ignored by mainstream media. The lack of formal gatekeepers has allowed people to share their thoughts and theories freely, without the scrutiny of academic institutions. As a result, 3I Atlas has become a hot topic of discussion, with countless users proposing their own interpretations, often without any scientific backing. Conspiracy theories surrounding the object have flourished, with some claiming that 3IATLAS is not only a spacecraft but also a weapon, a harbinger of doom, or even a precursor to a larger alien invasion. The anonymity of the internet has made it easier for fringe theories to spread rapidly, sometimes overshadowing credible scientific discourse. The virality of these theories only adds fuel to the fire, turning what should be a subject of careful scientific inquiry into a global debate filled with misinformation, hysteria, and sensationalism. Finally, the most viral of all the theories surrounding 3I Atlas is the alien mothership concept, one that has divided both the public and the scientific community. Loeb's theory has been particularly successful in capturing the imagination of millions. It's a captivating narrative that suggests we are not only not alone in the universe, but that an advanced alien race may be observing our planet right now. On platforms like YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, videos and memes discussing 3IATLAS and its possible alien origins have gone viral. Some social media influencers have gained millions of views by speculating on the object's nature, leading to a snowball effect where each new video or post brings even more attention to the topic. What started as a niche scientific discussion has now transformed into a global conversation. This viral theory has become a dividing line between those who embrace the possibility of extraterrestrial life and those who view it as pure fantasy. The debate rages on, and the lines between fact and fiction are often blurred, leaving people to question what is truly happening as 3I Atlas approaches. Whether or not Loeb's theory is proven true, the viral nature of this story is undeniable. It has captured the world's attention in a way few scientific discoveries have before. Throughout this video, we've navigated the complex and enigmatic story of 3I Atlas, a mysterious object that has captivated the scientific world and the public alike. We've explored the various theories surrounding its origins, its peculiar behavior, and the growing speculations about its nature and purpose. Let's take a moment to reflect on the key discoveries and ideas that have shaped our understanding of this object and consider their broader implications. First, 3I ATLAS is not your average celestial object. It's far larger than most asteroids or comets we've encountered, and its trajectory is unlike anything we've ever seen in our solar system. The precision of its path, along with its unusual speed, has led many to question whether this object is simply a natural phenomenon or something far more deliberate. Its near-perfect alignment with several planetary bodies and its calculated movements have made it an anomaly that demands further attention. One of the most compelling aspects of 3I Atlas is its unexplained behavior. Unlike typical comets or asteroids, which show fluctuations in brightness as they interact with the Sun, 3I Atlas has remained exceptionally steady in its luminosity. This behavior, coupled with its speed, which doesn't seem to match the expected deceleration effects from the Sun's gravity, raises important questions about the nature of the object. Could it be a piece of technology, or is there some other explanation for its behavior? Avi Loeb's theory, which has stirred both support and skepticism in the scientific community, introduces the possibility that 3I Atlas could be an alien mothership, a vehicle designed to travel across vast interstellar distances and perhaps even carry smaller probes to Earth. Loeb's theory about the object's precise trajectory and anomalous behavior challenges conventional scientific thinking, suggesting that we might be dealing with something far more complex than a random space rock. Loeb's ideas are grounded in scientific reasoning, though they remain controversial. The reverse solar oath maneuver theory that the object could be using the Sun's gravitational pull to adjust its course adds a further layer of complexity. If proven true, this would indicate an intentional manipulation of gravitational forces, something that would suggest not just advanced technology, but a level of intelligence far beyond our current capabilities. The mathematical probability of such an occurrence, 1 in 20,000, further underscores the improbability of this being a random phenomenon. As we look at the leaked analyses and data surrounding 3I Atlas, we see increasing support for the idea that this object is not a mere curiosity. It's something that could fundamentally alter our understanding of the universe. The leaked documents have hinted at something more, something that has been kept under wraps by governments or scientific organizations. Whether these findings have been suppressed to avoid panic or protect institutional interests remains unclear. But the very fact that the conversation is happening points to the potential significance of this object. Finally, the most pressing moment on the horizon is October 29th, as we've discussed. This date marks a critical juncture in the object's journey. Could this be the moment when 3I Atlas performs the reverse solar oath maneuver? Could we see a deliberate course adjustment? And if so, what might that reveal? The uncertainty surrounding this date, combined with the mounting scientific curiosity and growing public interest, makes it an event worth watching closely. In summary, 3I Atlas is not just another celestial object. It's a gateway to a larger mystery that challenges everything we know about space, technology, and our place in the universe. Its arrival has triggered debates, speculations, and theories that will likely shape the scientific discourse for years to come. The date, October 29th, stands as a turning point in the unfolding mystery of 3I Atlas. As we draw closer to this significant moment, the weight of its potential implications grows heavier. What could happen on this day, and what will it mean for humanity? For one, October 29th could mark the day when the truth about 3I Atlas is revealed, or at least when we get a step closer to understanding its true purpose. Will it perform the reverse solar oath maneuver, altering its course in a way that defies natural laws? Or will it continue on its current trajectory, leaving us with more questions than answers? The fact that this date has been singled out as so important suggests that something is destined to happen, something that will challenge our understanding of the universe and possibly change the course of human history. But the significance of this date goes beyond the scientific. It's a date that could force us to confront larger questions about our place in the cosmos. If 3i8LAS is, in fact, a probe or vessel sent by an alien civilization, October 29th could be the beginning of humanity's first true contact with extraterrestrial intelligence. The consequences of such a revelation would be profound, shaking the foundations of science, religion, politics, and our collective understanding of life itself. In contrast, if the event on October 29th is less dramatic, if 3i Atlas simply continues on its path without any further course correction, the implications are still enormous. The fact that we are even considering the possibility of extraterrestrial involvement in this object's trajectory means that we've already crossed a threshold. We are no longer dealing with merely a strange object in space. We are dealing with a potential game changer for humanity, even without a clear confirmation of alien technology. The fact that we are discussing these possibilities signals a shift in how we view our role in the universe. For many, October 29th will not only be a date to mark in history, it will be a date to remember as the moment when the possibilities of what is out there in the universe shifted from theoretical musings to a reality that we might have to face. Whether the event proves to be momentous or anticlimactic, it will undoubtedly ignite further investigation, fuel more theories, and push humanity toward a deeper understanding of the cosmos. In the end, October 29th is more than just a date, it's a symbol of our collective journey into the unknown. A journey that has the potential to redefine humanity's place in the universe. We can only wait and see what the future holds as we approach this fateful day. As we approach October 29th, one thing becomes abundantly clear. We are on the brink of a discovery that could alter the course of human history. But as we wait for the next steps, it's crucial to ask the right questions that will guide us through the uncertainty and keep the curiosity alive. These questions are not just about the specifics of 3i8LAS, but about the larger mysteries it may reveal. What is 3i8LAS, really? Is it a naturally occurring object, or is it something engineered? Could it be a probe sent to gather information about our solar system? If 3i8LAS is an alien artifact, what does that mean for us? Are we prepared to handle the societal, cultural, and technological ramifications of discovering intelligent extraterrestrial life? What happens if 3i Atlas changes its trajectory on October 29th? Will it be a subtle shift, or will we witness an event so profound that it will fundamentally alter how we understand the laws of physics? How should we respond to this discovery as a global society? What steps will humanity take to ensure that we handle this potential revelation responsibly, both scientifically and ethically? And perhaps the most pressing question, why now? Why has 3i8LAS appeared at this moment in human history? Is there a purpose behind its arrival, or is it simply a cosmic coincidence? These questions represent the many uncertainties that surround 3i8LAS, and they point to the larger question of humanity's place in the universe. As we approach October 29th, we must remain vigilant, curious, and open to the possibilities that await. As we stand on the precipice of discovery, We invite you to stay tuned for the latest developments regarding 3I Atlas and the significant events unfolding on October 29th. The mystery surrounding this object is only just beginning to unfold, and we are all witnesses to a moment in history that could change everything we thought we knew about space, life, and our place in the cosmos. But don't just watch from the sidelines, get involved. Share your thoughts and theories with us in the comments below. What do you think 3I Atlas is? Could it really be a mothership? Or is it simply a strange anomaly in our solar system? Engage with the community, as your perspective could contribute to the ongoing conversation and discovery. Hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure you're following us for the latest updates. We will continue to track the developments around 3I Atlas and share the most up-to-date information as it unfolds. With October 29th approaching fast, you won't want to miss what comes next. The world is watching, and the questions we ask today could shape the future of humanity's understanding of the universe. So stay curious, stay engaged, and keep watching the skies, because the truth may be closer than we think.